Alright, so on part 2 of our Dynon Skyview panel upgrade flight from Denver to Ocala, Florida, we will be touching on a few topics including how I use and connect the Cherokee 6 with business. But first, let me give you some shout outs. Scott from Centennial Flyers in Centennial Airport, thank you for subscribing. Every time I get a subscription notification, it really means a lot to me. Then I also like to say some shouts out to Busted Knuckle 81, backcountry pilot who is near me in Colorado, Antonio from California, Nate Berrios, and Flight Sim Central all the way from UK. Thank you for your comments, guys. And if you leave me a comment on this video, I will try to give you a shout out on the next video. All right, guys, thank you for connecting with me. You all have a great day and enjoy the video. Welcome to Flying Dirty. I'm Raul, private pilot and entrepreneur based out of Centennial, Colorado. Come on board with me, my family, and friends on our flight adventures across the nation.
Good afternoon, Tulsa Ground, Saratoga 3620 Whiskey with Lima, IFR to Mike Echo India, ready to taxi.
Saratoga 3620 Whiskey, Tulsa Ground, runway 18 right, taxi via Mike.
18 right via Mike, 3620 Whiskey. Alright, 18 right via Mike. Alright, it's clear, no one is coming. Wow. Airport is pretty much dead, there's no activity. And this is an international airport. And of course, in a situation like this where people are afraid to travel because of the crowds and things like that, well, you can see I'm here all alone. And if I'm traveling with my family, then it'll be just like being in a vehicle, just like being in our car. All right, take a look around. We got everything set. Our checklist has been completed. The only thing we need to do is mixture and fuel pump. Flaps are already set, fuel is set, fuel pressure is good. And let's change frequencies over the tower. Good afternoon, Tulsa Tower, Saratoga 3620 Whiskey, holding short of 18 right.
Saratoga 20 Whiskey, turn left heading 130, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
Left 130, 18 right, clear for takeoff, 3620 Whiskey.
Let's go with 36.
All right, here we go.
Turn right at the Foxtrot, taxi the ramp with me.
Got a left crosswind. Okay, we're all set. Full power. Airspeed alive. Instruments in the green. Left 130.
Remember, 20 Whiskey, contact departure, someone.
Over to departure. Have a great day. Good afternoon, Saratoga 3620 Whiskey with you, climbing through 1,700.
We're 3620 Whiskey, Tulsa departure, radar contact, climb maintain 4,000.
Up to 4,000, 3620 Whiskey. All right, 4,000. All right, here we are back. So right now we are en route to Meridian, Mississippi. Now that we are on our assigned altitude of 7,000 feet,
back approach, King Air 848.
everything's pretty much streamlined from here. We can talk a little bit.
Back approach, descend and maintain.
You'll have to pay attention and listen to the radios in case they call me out.
10,000, 019 Golf Tango.
All right. So here's the map. We just departed Tulsa, and we're heading to Meridian, Mississippi. All right, let's go to the topic in hand. And let's talk about reasons to have your airplane and to have a pilot certificate. There's my timer for my fuel. Clear that real quick, and let's start the countdown again. Why you should get your pilot's certificate and own your own airplane. You can fly yourself to your destination, whether that destination is for personal or business purposes. In many cases, you get there faster. Let's say, for example, in this airplane it's not really built for speed. You know, even though right now with the headwind and all, I'm doing close to 140 miles an hour. If I didn't have a headwind, I'll probably be doing like 160 miles an hour. Now, you know, that's pretty okay, pretty cool, but they're faster airplanes. However, you have to choose the airplane that's right for you. I chose this airplane because it's a 6-seater airplane. There's plenty of room. Look at this. Back there, there's plenty of room. I can fit all 4 of us in here with plenty of luggage. Sometimes what I do is I take off that middle seat section and I load it up with camping gear and all that, and then, you know, we'll go somewhere and camp out or something like that. But this airplane can carry a pretty good load. This airplane can carry about 1,565 pounds. So it carries a pretty good load. So what I like about it is I can fit 4 people in here, luggage, fill up the tanks, and I go. In a lot of airplanes, you can't do that, especially in the 4-seaters. They're not really 4-seaters. They're more like 2 or 3, depending on how many pounds each person weighs, all that good stuff. So I chose this airplane because of, again, the loading capacity, and it's very roomy inside. See the passengers right there, but we're not bumping together. She's got plenty of space for her seat. Then back there, there's plenty of space, and even in the rear section, there's plenty of space. So I like this airplane for that reason, and that's why I chose it, because most of my trips are from Denver to Dallas. That pretty much sums it all. Every now and then I'll go to Florida, but those trips, you know, they're less frequent. So if I'm flying from Denver to Dallas, I'll get there in about 3.5 hours nonstop, and if the winds are in my favor, versus taking a commercial flight. Yeah, the commercial flight will fly faster than I fly. However, by the time you go to the airport, park, check in your luggage, then you have to wait for your flight. You know, and they expect you to be there 2 hours or so prior to your flight departure. So right then and there, you just wasted 2 hours not doing anything. So if I were to fly from Denver to Dallas, the entire trip, from the time I leave the door till the time that I have my car in hand, you can expect about 5 to 6 hours. Where in this, I can do that trip in 3.5 hours. My car is already at the ramp waiting for me. And I get the car and go. So there's no waiting for luggage, no waiting for cars, none of that stuff. In many cases, I can fly this airplane cheaper than I can on a commercial airline. For example, when me and the family, when we go to Florida for the holidays, during the holidays, most airlines, or probably should say all airlines, they will bump up and skyjack the ticket prices because it's supply and demand, and there's so much of a higher demand during the holiday travel that the tickets become more expensive. So for me, in order to fly the family round trip, 4 of us round trip from Denver to Jacksonville, it would probably cost somewhere around $2,000 or so. Now, sometimes what we do is we go from Denver to Dallas, spend Christmas there, and then Dallas to Jacksonville and spend New Year's. Now, if I was to do that on a commercial airliner, then you double the tickets. So instead of $2,000, now you're talking about $4,000 because I have to buy tickets from Denver to Dallas, and then Dallas to Jacksonville, and then Jacksonville back to Denver. So now you're talking about $4,000. Where flying that same route would probably cost me somewhere around $800. So there you go. You get to save money doing that. The other good thing about having your own airplane is business expenses. So, for example, this trip is tied to business, and whenever you tie it to a business, you get to expense your business expenses. For example, here I have a lot of masks that, I do. These are for my mother and my father, some of these, but you see, this is what I do. I do printing, and I do shirts, and now with this pandemic, I'm doing a lot of masks. And so these are to give away to friends and family when I get to Florida. There's a cool one. So there's another reason. So I do a lot of marketing. And then the other thing is the experience. That experience is extremely rewarding. You cannot beat flying. I mean, look at this. It's so peaceful up here. This is what flying is. I mean, every time I get on an airplane, I get up here and it's tranquility. It's just peaceful. I mean, this is awesome. You can't beat this. So the experience is just extremely rewarding. This is one of the best things that I've ever done in my life that has been rewarding and continues to reward itself. Another reason is for my printing business, like I mentioned. So here I am. I've got a printing business where we do shirts, we do wraps. I've actually flown to Dallas and other locations to do vehicle graphics and vehicle wraps for folks. Now, obviously, they're big jobs, right? So, I mean, there's plenty of reasons and plenty of ways that you can connect your airplane with the business. We're about 14 minutes out.
Sharp 178.
We'll get the ATIS at Meridian.
Key Tower Victor, down 195 at Zulu, information from center of the airfield. Wind 320 at 8, goes 14, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 30, 2.14, altimeter 3009, pressure altitude plus 140. Speed visual approach was 1-4 the active runway. Advise on initial contact with Victor.
All right, we got Victor. Looks like we'll be landing at runway 4.
3620 Whiskey, key field 12 o'clock, 10 miles.
3620 Whiskey, we have the field in sight.
3620 Whiskey, roger. Clear visual approach runway 4. Contact key tower 133.907.
Clear the visual runway 4 and key tower 133.907. 3620 Whiskey, have a great day. Good evening, Meridian Tower, Saratoga 3620 Whiskey with you for the visual 4.
Piper 3620 Whiskey, key tower, report a left base runway 4.
Report a left base for runway 4, 3620 Whiskey. Okay, we got runway 4 there in sight. Gonna set up for a left base. looks good. Approach looks good. We're right on the glide path. Alright, let's go ahead and go with full flaps.
Tower 20 Whiskey, taxi to Park Bravo 5, remain this frequency.
Taxi to Park in Bravo 5 with you, 3620 Whiskey. All right, welcome to Meridian, Mississippi. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'll count on you to make this channel grow. Without you, this channel will be nothing. All right, perfect. All right, we'll see you on the next trip from Mississippi to Florida. Have a good one.
Hey, good. How you doing, buddy? Good. We're gonna fill her up, and I'm gonna be staying the night tonight.